Good morning, everyone. It's the West Ham Irons channel. It's Jazz. It's the West Ham transfer news, and yeah, breaking news that this morning it's been confirmed by West Ham United officials and sources that Jean-Clair Todibo, the Nice 24-year-old centre-half, has signed contracts with West Ham United. Medicals have all been done. He flew into London with Tim Stuyton yesterday, and yeah, it's been done. This transfer window is a record-breaking window, smashing window, unbelievable window, and hats off to Sullivan, Tim Stuyton, Jolo, you West Ham fans, you're all part of the party, and especially me. But yeah, it's been done. The deal is thought to be a loan to perm deal with an obligation to buy around the 34-35 million mark, really, for one of the most sought after centre halves in Europe, where Juventus thought, being a bit big-headed about it, thought they were going to get the deal done. They were leaving him in the lurch for weeks and weeks, like, yeah, just hang in there. Don't worry about West Ham. We're coming for you. It dragged on and on and on. West Ham had a deal agreed with Nice many, many weeks ago, and we don't mess about, as you know. We make a bid, like in the June example. We give you time. You take the mick. You take the piss. We're moving on. We got the cash, mate. We got the cash, which I'll come on to a little later on, really. So, yep. Tim Stuyton's kind of skills in making deals happen, influencing players, had a chat with Nice, had a chat with kind of Todibo's agent and Todibo himself a couple of days ago, very late in the evening. And he's a West Ham player, really. So if I can just show you... there we go. So they're in that famous plane that you saw Kudus in this time last year, if you remember. Looks a bit claustrophobic for me. Do you know what I mean? I get a bit funny on Elizabeth line, but there you go. Just about enough room, especially if you're a big 6'2" centre half, really. But there you go. That's a famous plane, really, where he gets all these targets and everyone. So yeah, he's kind of joined. He's a right-footed centre half. He's got a bit of everything. He's got a bit of a strength. He's an athlete. He's very fast. Very good with the ball at his feet, especially making all those runs out of the box. Good at doing short passes, medium passes. Aerial ability is a bit average, but hopefully we'll work on that. But then we've got really good aerial ability with Mascherano and Kilman and that kind of thing, really. So we've got really four good centre-halves now, really. Gerd, Mascherano, right-footed Todibo, left-footed Max Kilman. So that'll be a nice little partnership. 26, 27. The other one's 24. Gerd's about 27, 28. Mascherano's a little bit younger than that. So suddenly, very, very quickly, this new transfer buying department, new kind of people to call it. They kind of turning it around really quickly. I always said that. Be cautious. Back everyone. Be positive after a number of years of being upset and stressed over Moyes and things like that, really. But yeah, they've changed it around beyond anyone's imagination. Bissaka deal will come to a bit later on, but looks like before the Villa game, they're going to have 99% of what they wanted to do all done before the first game. That's incredible. Even though the window's going to carry on for another 2 weeks, it's amazing, really. So that's kind of that. And then obviously our very own beloved Darmish also kind of confirmed that formal announcement of Jean-Clair Todibo's move to West Ham expected this morning, culmination of whirlwind 36 hours, and then confirming the medical, it's all done, the contract's all done, and everything's been all done, really. So exciting times at West Ham, like I said. And I think suddenly the team's looking faster, it's looking more exciting, looking younger, and then surrounded by, like I said, one or two more experienced professionals like Fulgrig, Rodriguez, and people like that. It's a beautiful mix. There's a short-term plan, there's a long-term plan, really. What can we achieve with this squad? At the beginning, I was going for a top 10 finish. I'm kind of going to stick with that, with a cheeky ambition within me to say we can perhaps hit that 7th European spot, but keeping that within me, and still being loyal to J-Lo. If we don't get Europe, I'm not going to jump up and down, nothing like that. I think this is a good project. We can see eventually with the number of players we've got, it'll take a bit of time to gel. The fixtures are hard. We're playing all the teams that are in form last season, really. We've got Palace coming up. We've got Villa coming up. I think there's City's in there early. Chelsea's in there early. So they're coming thick and fast, the games. And it's going to be a slightly different system under J-Lo, as you know. So all these things kind of take time to gel really. But all I say to everyone is stay positive, stick with it, even if we're in the bottom. I don't know, 7 after say 5, 10 games. Just please be positive. Please back the players. I know you guys always do that, but there's a few in there, especially amongst the West Ham channels, that can't wait to be negative, jump up and down, effing and blinding to get attention. Don't do that. Don't do that. I've had enough of it under Moisey. You know, I was ashamed of myself sometimes, but I'm just passionate. But this time, you've got to give every single manager a chance, really. And this is kind of on the Wan-Bissaka deal, everyone. So the update on the Wan-Bissaka deal, kind of shared sort of late yesterday evening, was that we've moved very, very close with those discussions. Very close, if not already agreed, is all the wrangle around Bissaka wanting 7 million lump sum and then wanting more or matching the £90,000 a week that what West Ham could offer him, and it's getting very, very close. That's the man they want. And I was watching a podcast, Tippy Tappy Football, with Sam Allardyce and Nolan, which I'll do a different show on. But yeah, Sam Allardyce confirming, that Wan-Bissaka is the best defensive right back in the Premiership. And he goes, oh, okay, if you want to play him as a wing back, start doing assists, that's a different ball game. But if you want a one-to-one pure no nonsense defender, he's the best. So that'll be ears to you. Sam is a obviously encyclopedia of knowledge. No matter what you think about Sam, I've got a lot of respect for Sam and Nolan. I thank them for coming down and bringing us up from where they were. They both came down from the Premiership, really, and done a great, great job for kind of West Ham. But Hippo Head gets a bit of abuse, which I think is a bit naughty. And Nolan got a bit of flack towards the end, but I got so much respect for those two guys. They're proper blokes and great partnership they were for West Ham, really. So Wan-Bissaka, hopefully, like I said, we are ruthless. We're getting most of our deals. Whoever we want, it's kind of being done, really. So while I waffle on, let me show you a bit of a thing on him playing, really, because I know you like that kind of thing, don't you? So yeah, that read it, watch it, you can see what it is. I know it's the French league, and I know I had a bit of reservations because of a Gerd, a bit worried about when he came over, how he kind of struggled a bit, and Keller was a bit struggling with us as well, Theo Keller, if you remember, and then obviously Issa Diop a little bit before that. So I think he's got all the weapons in his armory to make it a success. And when Man United are chasing you, Juventus are chasing you, your reputation across Europe is kind of very, very loud. And then obviously that's enough for me. What does Jazz know? I'm just always sort of a bit wary and hope it works out. But always in my mind is the French league. He's got 2 caps for France. He can do better. Of course, hopefully he'll grow with us, as you know, and kind of have many, many successful years with West Ham, really. But it looks like with Wan-Bissaka coming in, Kilman already there, Todibo there, it's a fresh back 5, much needed, talking about squad numbers, everyone, with this transfer done, I think with Bissaka coming in, it'll be the full 25. So at the moment, with Todibo in, we've got a squad of 24. Bissaka is 25. If you want to do any more than that, then you'll have to get rid of Ings. I think Ings is the one to go. I don't see any use for him at all. He's a good player, got a lot of time for him. But if he wants to play more games, especially towards the latter end of his career, then I think he should sign a contract. But he's on that £150,000 a week, which is a lot of money. And not every club can afford that. So whether we partially supplement that and get him off the squad and perhaps sign another fullback, left back cover, or, well, I don't know, because kind of Kresi's there, and Emerson's there. Got Kufal, Bissaka hopefully at right back. We've got 4 centre halves. Got 2 free CDMs, haven't we? We've got enough wingers. Maybe cheeky deal for Duran on the last day. I don't know. Maybe keep a little bit of money in the kitty for January. I don't know. In terms of expenditure, before the Todibo deal, everyone, net spend is 70 million. Net spend is 17 million. Deduct the Rice £33 million installment. Net spend is £37 million. A lot of you guys are like, where's the money coming from? How are we doing this? Has anyone done the numbers? Well, I have done the numbers, and in euros, we have bought players worth 126 million euros, sold 44 million euros worth of players. That gives you net spend of 82 million euros, which is about 70 million pounds. Deduct the rice installment, 33 million, 37 million. So usually we spend 70, 80. So there's still 30, 40 in the kitty. But like I said, we've done really, really good business. A couple of freebies in there, a couple of loan perms in there, room for another few loans. Duran, it could be done, 10 million loan to perm. But then obviously Todibo and Duran, then they will hit next summer's budgets. But then by then, at least we bought players for the future. And like I said, if you've got a good transfer buying policy in every window, settled manager, then you just need to tweak the corners. You don't need to do what we're doing due to Moyes pissing about in all the windows where we've had to buy so many again, because so many windows you wouldn't buy anyone. You'd buy too many old players in the wrong positions, and then so many people left, with no contracts and things like that. So that's why we've gone into overdrive, and they've delivered. But going forward, with Tim Stighton settled in, with J-Lo settled in, with the squad settled in, it'll be just a case of tweaking 2 or 3 players at the most. I think large purchases, and that's the way we go, really. So that's it from me. I hope you have a wonderful Saturday. Let's keep an eye on the Wan-Bissaka deal. Put your comments in. Do you want Wan-Bissaka? Do you want someone else? Do you want Walker Peters or someone else? Tell me what you think about Todibo. Tell me what you think about the formation J-Lo's going to play, how it's going to work out, really. But listen, enjoy when it's officially out on the website. But as far as I can see, it's all been done. Contract's been signed this morning. He's a hammer. He's an iron. So really looking forward to the Villa game, really. And suffice to say, yeah, like I said, have a great day and keep enjoying this. It's not a dream. A lot of you have said, is it a dream? Wake me up. Wake me up before I go, George Michael. No, it's not a dream. It's reality. It's kind of what people used to do before the window. Like I told, we were all mentally scarred. We didn't know like Windows used to be under David Moyes. It was very, very painful. It was so hard even to get a list put in front of him. But now we've got many targets and many positions, and we're going through target 1, target 2, target 3, getting the deals done really quickly, and we're all in harmony, all sinking in the same direction, which is how success is achieved, really. So Sullivan, starting, J-Lo are all happy mates, all going the same direction. There's no last minute sort of, I don't want him, why do you want him, who bought him in, what are we going to do with him? So all these players fit the J-Lo model, whether it's a CDM who's a more of a ball playing CDMs, which J-Lo wants, whether it's a proper holding player that will play the way he's always played. So another thing is, when you buy players, you like what they've done last season, you want to bring exactly that same position or same kind of skill set to your team. The last thing you want to do is buy Danny Ings and then play him by himself, because he's never done that. Why would you do that? Why would you buy a winger and say you're playing up front by yourself, mate? Why would you stick a CDM on the wing? Why would you stick a right back and centre half? You wouldn't do none of those things, would you? So all the signings we've had, they're going to stick to those positions because that's how they've done well. That's what they're familiar with. And it's not rocket science, is it, really? So that's it. I'm going to stop waffling on, really, and I'll be back with a show very soon as some more breaking news coming. So take care. Have a great Saturday.